Hello everyone, my name is Cesar and today I'm going to make a video in English because it's been a while, but I'm going to read the subtitles for all of you because I know most of my viewers are Indonesians. Yeah, it's going to be taking a lot of time to edit this video. And yeah, today I'm going to make a BL formulations. If you don't know, BL is boys love. Yeah, I'm going to make a boys love story formulations. Why do you ask? Why boys love? I don't know, because I don't really watch them a lot. The only boys love that I watch is Call Me By Your Name, but I also read the novel as well, so I kind of know what to expect on that story. The series that I watch as my reference is it is coming from Thailand. It's called 2gether the series, and some of the Thailand video product can make you cry a lot, the commercials and a lot of stuff. But when it comes to Thailand movie, I only remember Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and boy, every time I watch that I cry. But I do believe that boys love in Thailand is really common, because I believe in that aspect, like Thailand is really progressive. So 2gether the series was on my recommendations for some reasons on Netflix. I did not read the descriptions to realize that it is boys love, and I also heard it is based from novel, but unfortunately I haven't got a time to search for the novel. I don't even know if it is being sold in Indonesia. So yeah, if there's a movie or a series based on novel, usually I want to read the novel first, but I'm not capable this time, so I just watch the series. However, today I'm not going to review the series, but to create the formulations of boys love series or movie. But if this video get 1,000 views, I make a review video of this series, because I actually have a lot of questions. Alright, shall we start? First, let's talk about the characters. I separated the characters into 4 groups. The first one is the main character, with no S there, so it's the main character. And the main character is usually looks masculine and usually claim that he is never feel anything towards guys, until later on he finds a man that more masculine than him. And after this, the main character will be softer in terms of mannerism, and sometimes a little bit naive about how he sees others' feelings and denial about his own feeling. And then after the main character, you have the significant other. I mean, I already said that usually the significant other are more masculine than the main character, and oftentimes they are actually being portrayed as a perfect man. With that being said, usually the character is kind of having a hard time expressing his feelings, and later on he becomes more open to people after he meets the main character, and it's really hard to socialize with the significant others. Those number 1 and number 2, I'm going to call them as main characters with an S. And now you have the main characters. Based on their portrayal, you will see how the power shift in their relationships, like who's more dominant or who's more submissive, who's more softer, who's more emotional, and their dynamic usually will be treated as a fan service. Their chemistry must be on point, because usually they will use these characters in real life as a way to promote their series. You have the main characters, you have the significant others, and number 3 is supportive groups of friends and or maybe family. And these friends might be varied and are really supportive towards the main characters, like they are really supporting the decisions that the main characters are making. And in their group of friends, one of them will be the wise one and one of them will be the funny one, and there's usually a character that secretly or will like a guy as well. And the last group of characters in boys love is the antagonist. Well, these characters are not necessarily bad, but these characters are usually people that coming from the past, and that will create a rift between the main characters' relationship. These characters will test the heck out of the main character's loyalty. And those are my characters' formulations. And now let's go to the stories. I separated them as main story and side story. First, let me talk about the main story. There are 5 phases, or there are 5 steps in the main stories. The first one is the beginning. I've got to be honest that I also write it down on my laptop so I don't miss a thing. And the first one is the first phase of the story is the beginning. In this phase that our main characters haven't met each other yet until something unfortunate happened and they meet each other. But the significant other is, just like what I said before, like is cold and popular and have mean demeanor. Those will create a bad impressions or shocking response to our main character. For that, let me remind you that our main character is never have a feeling towards guys. And also in the beginning phase, we'll be focusing on how the character meet each other and their interactions for them to get to know each other more. And at first, you'll find that our main character will hate the significant other character because he is such a jerk. After the beginning, we will move to the first conflict. Since they are maybe already interact a lot, our main characters now are willingly to help each other with their problem. However, the first conflict for me is actually when they start to develop feelings for each other. At this point, like either of them is in denial about having feelings until one of them is missing or and nowhere to be found. Even worse, that the main characters is starting to see someone else, but it could go both ways from the significant other character as well. The point is like one of them might meet someone else and or another story that could play out is the significant other is becoming helpless because the main character may not want his help anymore, or because the main character is trying to cut the ties between them. The next phase is the revelations. After the first conflict, now they've got to be honest with their feeling, and finally, main characters are revealing to each other about it. So they're going to reveal their feelings for each other and thus solidifying about their relationships. Now they are become a couple. I may consider this phase as a honeymoon phase because in this phase you will see like only their happiness, their happiness interactions or happy memories from them when they are starting to become a couple. Now, after the revelation, this one get tricky. The fourth phase is the second conflict. After the honeymoon phase, the second conflict is coming. In this phase, the conflict is usually coming from our main character's insecurities. They will wonder whether the relationship is genuine or just a play. This is coming from the insecurity, One of the characters might feel like they might not good enough for each other. I think at some point in our relationship we might have that feeling, based on our insecurities. And but in this case, the antagonist will be coming to play, and someone from the past will be playing a huge role in this conflict. And this one will hit harder for the main characters because the antagonist might be a part of significant other's life at some point. The main characters will become very insecure, like because he probably will think about stuff that they have done, might be it's just repetitions from the past. And the last one is the breakup and the restorations. The following phase will be about all of the misunderstanding that the main character experienced and eventually leads to breakup. And the significant other character will be trying to communicate this to our main character, but however, he just won't listen. And in the end, after he's trying to let go, the antagonist will be coming to play to make things right and try to explain the main characters about the misunderstanding or about the issue. And after that, the main characters will go back to the significant other and thus happily ever after for now. So yeah, those are I feel like the cycle of the stories in boys love. However, in this series, usually not only just a main story, but there is also a side story as well. The side story usually is coming from a friend point of view, and one of the friend in their group will also feel the experience of having feeling for someone for the first time, and mostly they will go through the same cycle. I think you could see the side story from, coming to play from Man's point of view, and also Sarawat's little brother's point of view. And yeah, those are the side story. Usually it is a friend point of view because they are also struggling with their feelings. But if you pay attention closely, their cycle most likely will be the same with the with the main characters. So yeah, that's the boys love formulations that I created by watching together the series. I don't want to comment a lot on the series because, well, I have a lot to say. Let's just say that, but yeah, that was quite an experience watching the Boys Love series from Thailand. If there is a season 2, I hope they are going to explore vulnerability of the significant other's character. In this case, is Sarawat characters. You know, being heartbroken, like really heartbroken, I think. Like, because sometimes it's just not fair that he's always look cool all the time, you know. Well, that's just my 2 cents. Just like I said before, I'm going to make an in-depth review of this series if this video get 1,000 likes. I don't know if it will ever happen or not, but yeah, that's my promise. If you want to interact with me, I also put my social media links down below, and yeah, I hope I can see you guys next time. Until then, have a great day and stay safe. I'll see you guys. Bye.